Hi, good morning. It's Monday morning. It's 11:09. I'm in a new spot. I'm at my Nana's house for a couple days, so excuse for the future angles that you're going to be at because I don't have my tripod with me. Couldn't fit my book bag because it was a little bit too tall. So that is that. And welcome to a new reading vlog. Hi. This week I will be continuing reading Dracula. I have on page 272 and 273, I have a little less than maybe 90 pages or something like that in it. Roughly guessing on the top of my head. Math, not so bad at it in the early morning. Then as soon as I get done with that, I'm going to start Painful Things since I have it on audio. My plan is to get, at least while I have time off before I go to work, is to get a huge hint into this as possible. So, that's my plan for that. I think this thing has illustrations in it, or writing, but whatever. Anyways, I'll be I'll be starting this and getting a big dent in it. So, and then from that plan on, I think I'll start to read about 100 pages a day to see if I can get it done so I can start reading The Shining. I know it's only like this third week in October. I got some time, which is great. So at least I would have finished almost all the books on my TBR for this month besides Harry Potter, if I get around to it, which I can do that pretty quickly since it's Harry Potter. That is that. I'll see you in the next update, and again, you're going to be in some interesting angles since I don't have my tripod, so at least until Wednesday, or like Tuesday afternoon or whatever, so be on the lookout for that. Okay. Again, interesting angle. As you can see, I'll flip you over just a bit. You see that's uploading. Do I have the other book tag? I'll let you know right now that took forever. YouTube was being slow. It was being annoying and everything because, I don't know. I guess internet's a little slow here, so that's nice. And it has 25 minutes left, so plug in my laptop just so it doesn't die, and then, you know, I just start the dang thing all over again. And I think after that I will read. I think I'll read after that while having more coffee. Oh, here we go, plugged in, it's all good. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is read a little bit, and maybe turn off this fan. It's kind of cold down here. See downstairs area, which I love this area, it's like heaven, it's very nice. That is it. That I would give that, because that was frustrating. I literally was doing my description and it just like wasn't doing anything, so I had to refresh it like 3 times to even get here, so I'm happy that it's finally uploading. 23 minutes left, so I've been excited to upload that one. I had it ever since last week. I said I do have a other book tag challenge thing, so if I haven't said that before, but I'm very excited about this one. Not only is it my first tag, but it's kind of fun to watch since I am like all over the place. I'm climbing up on top of my chair, looking at the bookshelves because half my books are like up top of my shelf, which I should do a bookshelf tour, which I actually think I'll reorganize my shelf, but I have to figure out how I'm gonna do that bookshelf tour. It's kind of awkward, so that'll be interesting to do. I'll see if I have something important or if something catastrophic happens with my video. This is what I mean by slowness. I had to restart it again. Let's see if it's actually like processing my video. Okay, it's pending. Okay, so it's just processing. It like froze again. It said it was completed. I was like, oh, okay, and then it just I don't know, so I had to refresh the page again. But, anyways, Renfield, my favorite character. He is went in hospital, he broke his back because Dracula came up in there and basically slammed him on the floor. And it seems that when he's going through his lunatic state, it's Dracula doing it, not him. So he's a fun character to read about since he's always flip flopping, and but I think he's dead by now at this point. But it'll be a very sad moment because I like him. Mina has been bitten and drinking Dracula's blood by now, so that's what they're doing. Yeah, but that's all that's important besides my video and Renfield and Mina. So I'll see you later. Hey, so I'm back home. I'm about to watch me some Disney Plus because I gotta get Blue Shot around 3 o'clock because you know we do that. And I actually lied to you. Okay, I'm about to set you down and put you really high up. Oh jeez, I've suddenly forgot how to work my tripod. Oh wait, what's this? Oh. There we go, that's not right. If you could see me what I'm doing right now, you would probably laugh. Anyways, I lied. I did finish Dracula. 5 freaking stars because I loved it. I think I may do a book review on it just because I loved it so much. Like, I honestly want to get the year 1897 tattooed on me because that is the year that this book came out because I love it so much. And I did read, where'd it go? It's over that way. I'm gonna have myself slung everywhere since I came home. I read like 4 pages of this. I lied to you. I didn't read as much as I wanted to. Ooh, UPS truck is here. Lied. I just walked past, but I did not get as much as I wanted to yesterday. So that's it. Oh, that's a bummer. But I will try and get as much as in tonight. That is kind of it. 5 stars for this thing because I loved it so much. I don't know if I have any thoughts on it right now. Besides the craft, I liked how Dracula wasn't in. He was in the book, but he was in the book. Like, you saw him through other people's perspectives and what they knew of him. Like, how they slowly introduced him in the beginning, and then he kind of, like, wasn't there. He kind of makes appearances here and there, but, like, you hear him through, like, articles and people's stories and other things like that, which I really like. I'm not going to get too much into it since I'm probably going to do the book review on it, so that's just about it. Disney Plus, oh, I'm also doing laundry, so Disney Plus laundry, then Blue Shot, and then more laundry, and then book. That's it. See you next update. Say hi. Say hi. He's getting his routine butt scratch today. Oh yes, he can stretch out that leg. Hey, Wednesday, October 14th. Okay, last night I didn't read anything because I ended up just being distracted by many other things. So, this morning I read 26 pages of this, but, I kind of don't want to read this big a book right now since I do technically on my TBR to read this. The Shining, so I'm really feeling The Shining. So what I'm going to do is I put this, I returned it, I put it back on hold, and if it comes in within the next couple days again, and then I have it delivered at a different date. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. I put it kind of off to the side, and I think I'm just going to read this just kind of slowly. The only thing is I don't have an audio, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to read it, because when I read physically, I read a little slower, so it should go a little bit quicker since I have read it before, but you know, I'm feeling it, so that's what we're going with. And when I picked up first time 2 months ago, I think, I got 64 pages in, and so far, you know, Jack Torrance is interviewing for the job at the Overlook Hotel, so that's what he's doing right now, and Danny's just, you know, waiting for him to come home, and he's just, you know, having flashbacks to what happened to his arm and all that stuff, so that's what's happening here. That's it. I gotta go to work soon. It's 12:30. That's gonna be happening, and I'm a little bit tired. I stayed up later last night just doing things. That's just about it. If I have anything else important to tell you or any details that I missed I would like to discuss upon, then I'll let you know. See you in the next update. Hi. Thursday afternoon, it's 1:19. As my clock says, or you can't really see that, but excuse the yelling, that's my loud brother. And The Shining, I'm about 121 pages into it. I got quite a bit of reading done this morning, 30 minutes, and they're talking about my people back there talking about our split pea soup that's being cooked in the kitchen, so sorry for the loudness for that. And so far they're in the hotel, and Halloran and Danny are talking about The Shining and stuff, so that's being explained to him right now, and you really get the thought how that affects him, and how he has these certain dreams he's like that like affect him, and how he's getting all these warning signs from his friend Tony and everything about, hey, this place is bad or whatever, but he doesn't quite understand it. So you're really getting a sense of Danny's powers and what that entails, how that affects him, and things like that. And I really like what I like about Stephen King's writing is that how he writes kids. And I feel like, you know, he writes kids that well, at least in The Shining, and in the other kind of books like A Pet Sematary, really how he wrote the kids in there, and how their dialogue, you know, how they think and stuff, about how he thinks his mom's pretty and stuff like that. Like, a kid really thinks like that, you know. And I feel like, you know, The Institute is written that has kids in it, so I feel like, you know, I really like that space because he's writing about kids and stuff. And that's what I really loved about The Shining the first time I read it, was how he wrote Danny, and how he wrote his thoughts and his dialogue and stuff like that. Other than that, we've went into how Jack Torrance's drinking has affected stuff, and how he is, how he's kind of fixed himself up since then, and how. Sorry, if you heard that, my brother's stomping down the hallway like an oaf. I don't know why. Ignore him. Okay, let's try this again. My mom interrupting. Everyone's interrupting me. Okay. What the hell was I talking about now? Jack Torrance. His drinking problem. Okay. I'm at work right now. Moo cow, see. Chick-fil-A stuff. That's our drive-thru. It's going crazy. Yes. Okay. Like I was trying to say, I guess I was talking about Jack Torrance's alcohol problem, and you know how that affects him and his life, and how it affects his marriage, and how his wife Wendy wanted a divorce, how that was constantly on her mind, and how her mother really affects her life. We really got to see a peek of what she thinks, and how she does everything for her son, and that is it. Like, she will do anything for her son, and I actually love that too. And you got to see that, and you know the way her mom's relationship, they're not so good either. So you got to see that, and a little bit of peek into their marriage and how that went down. Just drinking, and there's someone looking at me. That's great. So you got to see that, and I think that's just about it. And people are still looking at me. Anyways, I'm gonna just pop off here. I'll see you when I get home. Bye. I just wanted to emphasize what I said earlier about how Stephen King writes children really well, how they think. Okay, right here it says he has, but I can't tell my daddy. You can't either. He has this job because it's only the one Uncle Al could get him, and he has to finish his play or he might start doing the bad things again. And I know what that is. It's getting drunk, and that's what it is. It's when he used to always be drunk, and that was a bad thing to do. See, now that's how like a little kid would put things, like they would do the bad things. That's exactly how a kid would put that. That's exactly how that they would say it. That's just a little example of what I mean by how he writes kids and how the way they think and everything. Hi, it's Friday, yes, 11:40 in the morning, afternoonish, and as you can see yesterday when I was trying to update you, I kept getting interrupted, so I may have to edit, we'll have to edit some of those out, and you'll be hearing things in the background. I'm sorry. So, yes, and you saw those a little hectic, so if I was a little bit all over the place right then, I'm sorry. I just kept getting interrupted. Hopefully I'm not going to get interrupted right now, but I'm telling you, I read more of The Shining this morning, and a little bit last night. I'm up to 189 pages, and so far you're really getting into Jack Torrance's temper. Like that's one of the things like he doesn't like about himself. Like he wants to be a good person, but he just has this temper that haunts him. It's haunted him ever since he was like 7 years old. He talks about how, he was playing matches when he was a little kid, and how he threw a rock at a moving car, got spanked and kicked a dog into a gutter, which I don't like that. That's a little upsetting. But he did that, and then he got into like dozens of fights in like his grammar school, which I'm assuming that's elementary school back in the day. So I'm assuming that's what that is. And in high school he got into more fights and had 2 suspensions and had to go to detention, and he had good grades, things like that. But one of the things that helped him was football. He really didn't particularly enjoy football. He did it just to get out of his anger in a way, and that's basically has haunted him his whole life. So he's been constantly battling with that, and that's what eventually got him kicked out of his Stovington Prep. That's where he was working at school, and his temper got the best of him and beat the crap out of his kid because he thought that he was slashing his tires. And essentially what happened with that is that this kid, his dad was wanting to be a lawyer, so he went into the debate team, and he has a stutter, but he was trying to help him out, but like he lost his temper a slight bit, kind of shot him off a little bit, and the kid actually ended up being kicked out because he didn't understand that he was really trying to help him first, say, hey, you don't forget your stutter under control, everything will be okay. But he was willing to help him out, be like, hey, we can prep you beforehand before you go into the debate, and everything will be alright. But then the kid didn't take it so well because he was a jock. He's like, no, I'm perfect, everything's okay, I don't stutter, but yet he's actively stuttering when he's stuttering. So that got to him, and then he ends up just not taking it too well. That ends up getting him ultimately fired, and now that's why he is working at the Overlook Hotel. And we just had a little incident with Danny where his little imaginary friend Tony told him to lock the door in the bathroom, and he kind of had like this thing where like he was kind of zoned out, but it was like he was having Caesar, but he wasn't, and it freaked his parents out. But like Tony's trying to tell him about red rum, but you know what that is, and he was just Tony's trying to tell him what's going to happen in the hotel and that kind of thing. So we just had a little incident of that, and that's all that's happened so far. I'm of course really enjoying it, really enjoying the Danny parts like always. I think what I'm going to do is do dishes, probably maybe eat, study a little bit of my book today. Really need to get going with that, really do. And if I have time, read and then go to work. And I will see you on the next update if something happens very big. I know I talked to you guys earlier about how Jack Torrance is always talking about he's losing his temper and how that's always affected him, how that really bothers him. Here's a line where he's thinking over in his head that you lost your temper, you lost your temper, you lost your temper.
You see, like, that's always constantly on his mind, so I wanted to point that out and, like, show you an example of how he's thinking. And when he has those outbursts of his temper getting out of hand, he hates that. That's always a constant thought in his head. And you see that when I said that it's always, that his temper getting out of hand always haunts him, that's like an example of how it haunts him. Like he loses his temper very quickly, and afterwards he has punishes himself for it, like in his head. Kind of like whenever you guys do something and you're like, it's kind of not so good, or if you said something that you didn't mean to say, you kind of go over in your head 1,000 times how you could have said it better, or how you could have put about the situation. That's how he does whenever he loses his temper and it gets out of hand. He kind of thinks in the situation, you lost your temper, like, I could have done something, I could have done something better with that, I could have handled it the better way. So that's one of the examples of how his temper haunts him and how it gets to him. So that's what I want to pop in here and say, because that's how well Stephen King is writing the characters in this book, and I love that about this book. And that's all I gotta say. I'll see you when I get home.
Hi, it's Friday night. We're gonna work with this lighting because I didn't want to go that way to turn on my other light, so we're working on with that little light right there. So that's what we're doing. Okay, what I did was I put all my clips together on my computer and all that junk to make sure that the clips are together, and edited a little bit before I ended the next couple days, Sunday maybe. So that is what's happening. It is currently 12:42. I got, so far in The Shining, I am 197 pages. Oh wow, almost 200 pages. I think I may do like a few minutes of reading in this to get maybe a little bit further, but I think that's it. I think I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, because no, I'm not gonna finish it by Sunday. So that's what I'm probably gonna be doing. So expect a part 2 already of this and me reading this. So that's what I'm looking up for. I think I shall read a little bit of this because the clips are together. It took me a while, and I'm I was watching Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte and all that stuff, but now I got a stupid old Trump and Biden ad. I'm so tired of the election now. I don't know about you, but I am so tired. See?
Rooney, I look rough.
I'm watching her. I like her. She's such a nice and kind person. I just love watching. She's so relaxing. I like it. So that's what's happening, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning or whatever. Good night.
Hey, so I didn't update you this morning at all. I got busy with other things.
Hi, it's Sunday, 1:05. I'm kind of hanging out. I slept in because, Sunday, and I was tired, so I slept in for a long while. And I had coffee, and I'm watching Haley from Haley in Bookland. Yep, there she is. Kind of hanging out before I have to do dishes, morning dishes. And I didn't read nothing yesterday. Wait, did I read something yesterday? No, I read something like Friday night. Yeah, Friday night, and that's what I updated you yesterday at work. So as you would have seen, I didn't update you at home, I updated you at work because I forgot. So I didn't read nothing yesterday. Didn't really even think I'm on my break because I was hanging out with people and just talking. But my plan for this today is, before I end this vlog, is to get a little bit further into it, maybe to like the part 4, which is like maybe not, but around, get close to 300 pages as possible. We'll see if that happens. It's kind of sad. I'm actually not vacuuming today. Normally I would be vacuuming, which I would be listening to the audiobook of any book I'll be having, but I don't have the audiobook, so I'm physically reading it. Like I said, I am slower at reading physical books, so plus I've been spoiled with listening to audiobooks, so it's kind of hard to get back into physically reading something when I've been just listening to them and following along you kind of get spoiled and you have to physically read. It's very hard to get back into. But that's my plan for today, because I'm not really doing anything. I'm just going to do some relaxing, and that'll be it. And I'll update you as I go along. And that's just about it. And I will see you later. I just want to pop in real quick. I just wanted to discuss a little something about this. We know Jack Torrance has a drinking problem. Hey, I've popped in here again. I'm on my floor because I feel like, it's kind of better. Okay, I want to discuss another thing, because it seems like the Overlook has had, like, the Overlook Hotel has had some bad luck. Not so good things has ever happened to it. Like, one of the owners had went bankrupt, had it sold out, so it had closed and reopened, and then it was closed again for like over 10 years. And then I'm gonna read a line here real quick. It says, these people had leased the Overlook and stuff like that, and it had reopened as a writer's school that had lasted 1 year. One of the students had gotten drunk in the third floor room, crashed out of the window somehow, and fell to his death on the cement terrain, whatever that is. I can't read that word, okay? Below, the paper hit that it might have been a suicide. And one of the people had commented, said, any big hotels have got scandal. Watson had said, just like every big hotel has its ghost. Why hell people come and go, ... And then Jack Torrance goes on, and he basically thinks, suddenly it seemed that he could almost feel the weight of the Overlook bearing down on him from above. 110 guest rooms, storage rooms, kitchen, pantry, freezer, lounge, ballroom, dining room, ... In the room, the woman come and go, and the Red Death held a sway over all. And he goes, and he rubs his lips and turns the next page to the scrapbook. You see, after that, like, he rubbed his lips, so he started, there's like a presence in the Overlook, like, as we know, like, there's ghosts in there. We know this. Again, we've seen the movie, it's very popular. Stephen King didn't like it, but everyone else does, because of the ending. And that's what's affecting him. There's this presence in the hotel that's affecting him, and I feel like that's one of the very first things that I feel like that's important. If I was tabbing this, I would tab that, because I feel like that's one of the very first things that's like an indicator that the hotel is going to have an effect on him, because he says he feels like the sudden weight of the Overlook bearing down on him, and that we know what happens to Jack Torrance in the end. So I feel like that was a big indicator of, like, the sudden change that's going to happen with him and how the Overlook is affecting him. So I feel like the Overlook, whenever we get into the other people's history of what happens in the hotel, I feel like the hotel, especially what happened with the last film, I feel like they had like I forget if he had any issues, but I feel like the Overlook and the people who inhabit the hotel with them, like they tend to pry on people that are already vulnerable, like Jack Torrance. Like, he's starting to rub his lips because he wants a drink, so the hotel's targeting that specifically to make him go crazy eventually, which is so sad. Like, I find it so sad, because you see that he's turned a corner and he's really trying hard, and that he's wanting to be with his family. He wants to be the good father. He doesn't like his temper. He's always punishing himself for that. And he knows that he almost, like, lost his wife and his son because of his problem. He's wanting to fix that. He's constantly trying to better himself, and he's wanting his family to be perfect. He wants a perfect family, and you start to see that. You start to see him work hard for that and everything, but then you also slowly see the deterioration of him as he's in this hotel, and you just, if you know the ending, you know the ending, and you're just like, you're just here to watch, and you're just like, oh, they were doing so good and so great, they're being a great happy family, and then you just have that happen, and it's just, it's a struggle, you know, because that's what Stephen King does. Like he makes you, he does such characterizations of his characters that you get to know the characters, you get to love and understand them, and then you have these bad things happen to them, and you're like, oh, how could this happen to this person or to the characters? And that's how he gets you. That's how he breaks you in that way. He gets you to learn and get to know these characters. All of a sudden, then bad things happen to him, and you can't do nothing about it. It's like, I can't do nothing about it. So that's one of the things I really loved the first time I read this book. And honestly, I think I may just end this vlog right here, because it's like almost like 5:30, and I need to get all this stuff put together, export it, because my computer takes a while to export things, and I can have it at least together, work on my thumbnail today, then I can put this vlog up tomorrow. So 100% expect a part 2 to this, because, you know, I am a slow physical reader, so expect a part 2 to this and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. I tried to really include more, like, pick out more things, like lines like I did, like read to you, like things like that, to help maybe be more interactive, to be more involved, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like, you know, that I think it helps. I don't know, but I tried to do a lot of things, so that's good. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. Hopefully I'll see you on my next video. I may film my guide to my guide to the Vampire Chronicles book series. Well, the problem is that there's 18 books. I have to get them on my off my shelf, then to put them back on my shelf. So we'll see if I do that. I hope you guys are having a lovely morning, day, evening, night, wherever you guys are at in the world, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things you want to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.